That the superiority battle between senators and governors is currently playing out is not lost on the common man. What is informing conversation, however, is whether the impeachment of Embu Governor Martin Wambora was a show of might by the Senate in this very flexing of muscles.
But there are a few rogue governors. Kuna wachache ambao wako na ukora kidogo. Wanafikiri hao ni Mungu, tuwe tunawaabudu kama Mungu. Ati hao ni wakubwa, ni ukubwa gani hatujaona hii dunia?
For Kenyans so loved devolution that they elected their senators, that whomsoever will misappropriate public funds shall be held accountable so that development can reach the village level. Tumeelewana namna hiyo?
The president seemingly set has opened up a Pandora's box in as far as accountability of governors is concerned. As such, the 9 governors summoned by the Senate Finance Committee hold they will not appear to answer to matters that do not directly touch on them.
As governors, we are heads of those institutions called counties, but we are definitely not heading every ministry. We are definitely not spending money or even knowing what is being spent even as we sit here today. But we are generally accountable to the public for the performance on the overall functions assigned to us.
Their argument premised on Article 226 of the Constitution that holds the accounting officer of a national public entity is accountable to the National Assembly for its financial management, and the accounting officer of a county public entity is accountable to the County Assembly for its financial management. As such, governors say on matters county finance, they are not answerable to the Senate.
There's a difference completely. The role of a governor and the role of an accounting officer. The accounting officer is the one who spends money. You know, my position as an individual, I don't want to preempt the courts. Yeah, the president is also the CEO of this republic. The question is he ever summoned anywhere?
So we take them to task over Article 125 on power to call for evidence. The law says either House of Parliament and any of its committees has power to summon any person to appear before it for the purpose of giving evidence or providing information.
I am accountable in the overall management of the county, the policies, the general direction, and basically we are accountable to Raya and the rest of Kenyans and everybody else, and the voter. But you are not going to tell me, how did you purchase that box? I don't even know what is in that box, by the way.
Of the Council of Governors, we will meet. We've scheduled that all the 6 appear on Thursday.
Should governors fail to attend, the law further says a House of Parliament and any of its committees has the same powers as the High Court to enforce the attendance of witnesses and examine them on oath, affirmation, or otherwise.
Summons that are issued on the basis of law, and they must be honored. There are no excuses, and the members are required to appear in person. And this is why we have said, let us give them until next week. Today we went ahead and with the meeting with one of the governors whom we had summoned, the governor among the 9 governors whom we have summoned.
The Council of Governors is seeking guidance from the Supreme Court as well as filing a case with the High Court to determine the constitutionality, therefore, of Senate summons. So is it therefore a question of can't account or won't account when the governors will not allow themselves to be held accountable to issues of finance in their very own counties? Will they continue to snub the summons by the Senate and instead resort to seeking answers from the courts? Jacky Maribe for The Big Question.